Good afternoon, esteemed traders and investors. Today is Friday, July 24th. I present to your attention another market review for InstaForex. As always, I'm glad to be here with you today. So, the news came out yesterday. The euro interest rate remained unchanged. News on the US dollar was released rather weak. Today, on Friday, well, there have already been some decent news releases for the euro, and in the evening there will be data on construction and services in the US. Let's take a look at what can be traded on the charts. Let's go. So we'll start with gold quotes, which have slowly started to move into longs after yesterday's massive collapse. I pointed out with my analytical finger that the area just above 4,000 is an excellent zone for buying. But despite the fact that there is a round number level nearby, the instrument is quite capable of fulfilling our old long trading idea to update the monthly highs at the level of $4,200 and $4,215 per troy ounce. The potential movement of the current quotes is about 16,000 points. On the fourth time frame, absorption has already occurred. You could say it's the first reaction. Naturally, you missed it, so if after a strong impulse there is a pullback given some time, or perhaps neither will happen, you can count on continued growth, but with a smaller stop-loss order. On the 15-minute chart, the break occurred between the Asian and European sessions. It hasn't been tested yet. The euro-dollar pair is also rising after yesterday's collapse. Let me remind you, there aren't any clearly defined levels here, but there is a break zone that hasn't been tested. There's a lot of liquidity above, and basically, as I expected, yesterday we saw the culmination of the decline in this instrument. Now, some bad news for buyers. The thing is, yesterday, the sellers didn't quite take out the low from the beginning of July, the first week. It's very strange that they left a level here. Very strange. I was expecting a scenario like this, but from below, and that didn't happen. And now a three-wave upward structure is already forming from the European session. The Europeans gave an impulse. It's possible they'll also go through these highs. I'm more interested in the pound-dollar pair because the potential for growth from the current quotes is 3,300 points. Let's measure again. 3,300. A three-wave structure is also gradually forming here. So accordingly, there's the impulse, the pullback, and the third wave with a short stop. You can already take about a 1-to-1 ratio. Why do I want to go up so much? If you set the weekly time frame, you'll see that in June we had growth, then a pullback. Right now we're trading, but if you stretch out the Fibonacci extension, you'll see. We're trading below the 50 level, and we've tested the 38. Well, if you flip it like this, many people do it this way, well, you could say it's the 61 level. We've pulled back by 60%, that's it. But I like to draw it this way because there are targets to the upside here. At the 50 level, it's the same whether it's up or down. And this zone, 1.36569, really draws you in, really attracts. I think we'll shoot up there like a cork and make some money.
Looking for real trading advantages? InstaForex offers the lowest spreads and commissions. On major currency pairs, our conditions are better. Lower spreads and only $5 commission instead of $7. That's real savings for every trader. And now, let's get back to the market review.
As for the dollar-Canadian pair, the dollar-Canadian is also pulling back to the short breakdown zone, but hasn't reached it yet. Its volatility is low. Dollar-yen, the Bank of Japan has stopped intervening. There are no more of those spikes or wicks that it used to do repeatedly. You could see it here for weeks, but now it seems to have stopped. Maybe it's worth, I don't know, setting some sell orders somewhere higher up, but for now there aren't even any interesting levels.
I also want to remind you that every InstaForex client automatically receives loss insurance. For every $1 of compensation, only $4 of your friend's investments are required. Just submit a request, and your losses will be recovered. Let's continue with the review.
As for oil, oil grew quite well yesterday, but today it's pulling back. Well, it's a typical wave structure. From the perspective of stop hunting, I don't see anything interesting. So for now, we're staying out. Bitcoin. There's some intrigue with Bitcoin, because the instrument is pulling back from the short breakdown zone on the H4, but it hasn't reached all its targets yet. I'm interested in the level of $67,279 for some unclear crypto nonsense. This level is clearly visible on the daily time frame. It's the peak from June and July. Basically, it would make sense for us to update these highs after some kind of pullback movement. That's why you should keep an eye on a long breakout for this instrument. As for the S&P 500, yesterday, the S&P 500 confidently broke through the level that someone was talking about, whether on the futures or the spot, saying it wasn't there or something. But basically, the third wave has come in, a BC, a simple structure. You can take profits here. Now we have the Nasdaq left. I think there will be a drop in the US market as well. 28,169. Here too, there's a clear three-wave structure from a great short breakdown, exactly like the S&P 500. And as for the stocks, look how it keeps hitting and hitting, but just can't break through. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. Looks like the sixth one might finally break through.
With InstaForex, you can triple your profit. For every $4 of your friend's investments, you automatically get an extra $1 added to your profit, with no extra conditions.
As for the dollar-franc pair, it picked up speed. That's good, but you didn't buy, so now you need to wait for a better price. Canadian dollar-franc. With this instrument, I'm still interested in lower prices. The level is 0.56 and below, a grid of limit buy orders. The instrument hasn't reached it yet. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar is just moving sideways. It's a huge flat range, holding at the top, not breaking out below at all. They're probably waiting for some event. I'm interested in New Zealand dollar franc below the year's low. We don't touch it. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar is trying to start a third wave. By the way, there's a short breakdown ahead. Euro, Australian dollar is dropping and will buy below 159.395. For now, we don't touch it.
We also have a great offer. Fund your account and get a 30% tradable bonus. Trade with additional capital and expand your opportunities with InstaForex.
Euro, Canadian dollar is moving sideways. I'm interested in higher prices. That's it. And the little server, notice it tested the long breakdown just like gold did. I drew it yesterday and the instrument started to move from there little by little. Perhaps this is the beginning of a big rise for this instrument, a BC. If you stretch the Fibonacci, you'll see that after breaking the 100 level, we have the 161st. Basically, this is the supply zone for the second half of June. Friends, InstaForex offers a free consultation with a personal trading consultant. Follow the link in the video description, fill out the callback form, and gain access to exclusive offers and special trading conditions, BRT Plus, for risk-free trading. That's all. Trade with InstaForex, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for new reviews.